Welcome back to Faulty Circuits. Today, we're reading about pigs. The truth is, there were well more than 3 little pigs. You only ever heard about the cleverest ones in the popular versions of the story. In fact, pigs seldom have litters as few as 3. The average litter of piglets is 7 or 8, but it is not uncommon for litters to be as large as 12 or 14. This story, which is absolutely true, is about an average pig family. They were mostly grown, already familiar with the hardships of poverty after the market crashed in 2008. Dear sweet Mama Pig had done her best with what little Papa Pig had left them. She had invested most of their fortune in compost stocks, which, sadly, did not prosper. Instead, they grew their own crops to feed on. Mama even managed to cultivate a pill garden in one corner, with pill bushes fruiting year-round. She sold some to pay bills, and kept some for herself to keep the stressful edge off being a single mother of 7 piglets. The days turned into months. The months turned into years. Eventually, the little pigs grew into young adult pigs, itching to start their own lives out in the big world. "Dear sweet Mama," came a soft voice, "I have brought you a lovely gift." Mama smiled kindly at her eldest child. "Oh, how now? What could my sweetling have brought unto me?" The young pig picked up a leash from around the corner and pulled in a wonky, staggering quadruped into sight. She beheld the beast for a moment. It looked half dead already, twisted and missing all its teeth. It stank visibly. "Oh," she said, a little bit taken aback, "my darling has brought me a shitty little horse." The young pig frowned, his feelings bruised. "No, Mama," he insisted, "it's a glue pony for your pill garden. I mean to make my own way now, and I shan't leave you without something with which to fertilize your crop." She grabbed him with both hands and pulled him into an embrace. "Ah, my dear sweet blanket, whence shall you leave?" "Now, Mama," his tone saddened. He picked up a bindle he'd stashed around the corner. "I've found some land on which to make a home out of bread." "Ah, my precious babe, Godspeed to you. Write home as soon as you've settled." Blanket bowed deeply to his precious mother, raised his bindle over his shoulder, and left. The pony neighed decrepitly. But Blanket did not write back. Tragically, the only news of her son that dear sweet Mama received was on the front page of the Nosy Neighbor Tribune. He'd finished baking and building his bread house, then celebrated by gorging himself into a stupor on cheese and pickles. In his torpor, he failed to notice the approach of a big bad wolf brandishing a mustard cannon. There was no escape. "Alas!" Mama cried, the back of her hand pressed against her forehead. "Alack! What the fates have allowed my little Blanket! My poor unfortunate darling child!" Just then, another little young pig appeared from around the corner. "This a bad time, Mama?" "It's a terrible, awful time, my babe," she moaned. "Your brother was just gobbled by a wolf. The only evidence left behind were empty beer cans and drops of relish." "I am most aggrieved by this news, Mama," Polly cried. "Then it is most appropriate for me to announce my own departure, which I'm doing regardless." Dear sweet Mama blew her nose on a handkerchief and pulled her young one in for a hug. "Don't be murdered, my dear sweet Polly. That is all a mother asks." He nodded gravely, then strapped on a small satchel and left to build himself an impenetrable bathtub house full of barbecue sauce. Woebetide was the next Tribune, which Mama and the glue pony lamented together. "Local pig stewed slowly for many hours until unbelievably moist and tender." And so on with the following newspaper, after her third, Bacon, moved out to live in a seasoned iron skillet house. Local pig served with eggs, sunny side up, and orange juice. And again, after her fourth, Hamlet, moved into a house made of brine. Local pig ushers in second Christmas. "Oh, my poor sweet motherly heart," Mama muttered sadly as she stroked the glue pony's disgusting head. I have but 3 more wee babes, and not enough pills in the garden to take the edge off my poor matronly nerves. These last babes will learn stonemasonry, or at least carpentry, before they leave mine sight. I swear it. And so they did. Well, not really the first one. The end.